If you're a real Dodgers fan and you live for Blockbuster rumors, smash that like button right now and subscribe to the channel because what we're about to talk about today could completely reshape the future of the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're diving into a potential $100 million level trade scenario that has fans buzzing, insiders whispering, and the entire league watching closely. Are the Dodgers really preparing to swing big again? Are they targeting a Minnesota Twins superstar in a move that could shock Major League Baseball? Let's break it all down and connect the dots in a way only true baseball fans can. When you think about the Los Angeles Dodgers, one word comes to mind: aggressive. This is an organization that doesn't sit back and wait for things to happen. They create opportunities. Under the leadership of Andrew Friedman and this front office, the Dodgers have consistently proven they're willing to absorb big contracts, move prospects, and take calculated risks if it means positioning themselves for another championship run. And after the way recent seasons have ended, you know this team isn't satisfied with just making the playoffs. The goal is always the same in Los Angeles: win it all. Now let's talk about the rumor that's starting to gain traction. The Dodgers are reportedly exploring the possibility of acquiring a superstar from the Minnesota Twins. And when we say superstar, we're not talking about a fringe all-star. We're talking about a legitimate franchise-altering talent with a contract that pushes toward that $100 million range in value. The kind of player that instantly becomes one of the faces of the roster. The kind of player that changes how opponents game plan against you. The Minnesota Twins are in an interesting spot. They've built a competitive team in the American League Central, but there are always financial considerations, roster timelines, and long-term planning decisions that small market teams have to weigh differently than a powerhouse like the Dodgers. If the Twins feel like they're at a crossroads, maybe looking to retool, maybe looking to maximize value before a contract escalates, then suddenly a trade conversation with Los Angeles makes a lot of sense. From the Dodgers' perspective, this isn't just about star power. It's about fit. It's about roster construction. It's about October. When you evaluate the Dodgers' current lineup, you see a group loaded with talent. But you also see areas where adding another dynamic bat or elite defensive presence could push them over the edge. The postseason has exposed vulnerabilities before. Pitching depth has fluctuated. Certain lineup spots have gone cold at the worst possible time. And in today's MLB, one elite addition can be the difference between an early exit and a parade down Vin Scully Avenue. Financially, the Dodgers are one of the few teams in baseball that can realistically take on a $100 million commitment without blinking. This is an organization that has already shown its willingness to invest heavily in elite talent. Big contracts don't scare them. What matters is value relative to championship probability. If the front office believes that this Twins superstar increases their odds in October significantly, they won't hesitate. Now let's talk about the cost, because nothing comes free in Major League Baseball, especially when you're dealing with a team like the Twins that understands leverage. Any deal of this magnitude would almost certainly require top-tier prospects. The Dodgers have one of the deepest farm systems in baseball. That depth is both a blessing and a bargaining chip. They've consistently developed high-end pitching and position player talent. The question becomes, how much are they willing to sacrifice? There's always a tension between building for sustained success and going all in for the now. The Dodgers have mastered that balance better than most franchises. They've made bold moves in the past without completely gutting their future. That's the art of it. That's why Andrew Friedman is so highly regarded. So if this rumored trade gains momentum, you can bet it's because the Dodgers believe they can pull it off without crippling their long-term window. Imagine the impact in the clubhouse. Bringing in a Twins superstar doesn't just affect the lineup card. It changes the culture. It sends a message to the rest of the roster. We are serious about winning right now. Veterans feel that urgency. Young players feel that expectation. The energy shifts. Suddenly, every series feels magnified. And think about the fan reaction. Dodgers fans are some of the most passionate and knowledgeable in the sport. When news breaks about a potential $100 million trade, social media explodes. Sports radio lights up. Analysts start dissecting every possible package. And if the deal actually happens, the buzz around Dodger Stadium would be electric. Let's also consider the competitive landscape. The National League is not getting any easier. Powerhouses are stacking talent. Wildcard races are tighter than ever. Standing pat isn't always enough. Sometimes you have to outmaneuver the competition before the deadline even approaches. If the Dodgers sense that another contender might be circling this Twins superstar, that could accelerate negotiations. There's also the marketing element. Adding a high-profile star from Minnesota would elevate the Dodgers' national presence even further. primetime games, jersey sales, highlight reels. But make no mistake, this organization doesn't make baseball decisions purely for marketing. Performance comes first. And if this player fits analytically, defensively, and offensively, that's what will drive the move. Of course, rumors are just that, rumors, until something concrete develops. Front offices operate in secrecy for a reason. Negotiations are fluid. Names get floated, deals stall, medical reviews complicate things. But when credible insiders start connecting dots between Los Angeles and Minnesota, it's worth paying attention. Another layer to consider is timing. Does this move happen mid-season when leverage shifts based on standings? Or could it be a bold, pre-deadline shocker that sets the tone for the rest of the league? The Dodgers have surprised people before with the timing of their trades. They don't always wait for the obvious moment. And what about chemistry? That's always the wild card. Baseball isn't played on spreadsheets alone. Integrating a superstar into an already loaded clubhouse requires leadership and communication. The Dodgers have veteran anchors who can handle that dynamic. They've integrated big personalities before. If anything, this team thrives on the spotlight. Now imagine the postseason scenario. October baseball at Dodger Stadium. The lights are bright. The pressure is suffocating. And this new Twins superstar steps into the batter's box or takes the field in a pivotal moment. That's what these trades are about. Not April, not May, October. But here's the flip side. Every blockbuster trade carries risk. Injuries happen. Performance dips. Prospects you trade away sometimes blossom into stars elsewhere. That's the gamble. That's why front offices agonize over these decisions. A $100 million level commitment isn't just a transaction. It's a statement about direction and belief. The hot stove is heating up, the speculation is growing louder, and all eyes are on Los Angeles. Are the Dodgers about to make another seismic move? We'll find out soon enough. Stay locked in.